Hey guys, what is up? It is Jim here. Yes, I know it's another M4, but this is an M4 that I'm actually absolutely in love with. So, this is my own custom M4. I know it's probably like a bit more specified in real life of what gun this would be, but I'm just gonna call it this because I love this thing, and I can't really be bothered to think of a good name for it. So, the main reason why I probably love this thing is because I used the same grip design as I did on the MPX. So one thing that I will actually do with this thing is I'm actually going to do a tutorial for it. So I'm going to release the file for it, of course. So then you could make this yourself. So that's going to happen at around 200 likes though. So if we hit 200 likes, then we're going to make it happen. So anyways, let's just start going over this thing. We do have the standard M4 stock, not really too sure what it's called, but it is open in the back, so there's no real butt plate, but it does have the feature of adjusting, so it does have a couple of positions here that you can use. This is the longest one I can imagine using this thing, because it turns it very long, so just usually keep it around here. Here is the grip, which is made the same way, you can see, as I did with the MPX. If you haven't seen the MPX, then you should go check it out. But this one only has one pin, so it's not as sturdy, but you can still see that I'm holding the gun like this and just completely trusting it because I know how good the grip is. So we do have a fire selector, so you do have safety, semi-automatic, and full automatic, just as usual. And then the opposing side right there, which doesn't work because I hate ambidextrous fire selectors. We have a new Ford Assist design, which looks like that on the inside, but it looks like this on the outside, so it looks a lot cooler like this, and it doesn't break when I laid it down on its side, which is the main thing that I wanted to get with it. We do have the dust cover, of course, covers up the bolts. We have a brass deflector, which is nothing too special. Also, of course, as you can see, the magazine release button, of course. Bit of friction in there, but this is supposed to be a PMag, but I used all my 1x2 plates in light gray on the handguard, so there was sadly no detail pieces left to use on the magazine. But just imagine this as a PMag design mag. As you can see with the bolt catch, it's been moved one brick down than I usually do, so now it's actually connected to the lower and not connected to the upper. But of course the charging handle does work, so the bolt does go back. So we can of course lock it back with the bolt catch. Push the charging handle forwards and press it down. Clicks nicely to the front. We do have a rail on top as well as a Magpul M-Bus sight on the back here, and then of course in the front we just have a normal M4 style sight, but these sights are kind of tight to use, especially on camera, so it's going to be a bit hard to get a view down them, but that's what they look like. In real life they're just really good, I do love them. But yeah, this folding, the sight does fold, so you can put a optic on top there. Here we have the delta ring, which is usually the weakest spot, and it is a bit weak on this one as well, but I will make sure that it is sturdy for you guys as well, so I'm gonna go ahead and edit the file there. We do have the handguard here, which is a full IRS handguard, much like, probably exactly like the one that I put on the C8 SFW from Buck that I made a while back, so if you haven't seen that, then go check that out as well. But yeah, I do really like this handguard. Sadly, it did take a ton of 1x2 inverted slopes, because a ton of them on the grip and a ton of them here, but I did end up getting enough, and it's just really awesome. So you have rail on bottom, both sides, and on top. Then it's just the M4 sight and the bayonet mount, I believe. We do have a nice looking muzzle brake in the front here, which looks pretty awesome. So, of course I thought that this one would be a bit plain without attachments. So, let's go put on some attachments. So first off is a hand stop, which is something you can put if you like to hold your gun a specific way. Like for example, in real life, I like to hold M4s like this by the handguard, or magwell, I mean. So I like to have a hand stop right here, so that your hand can't slip, so you get a good, nice grip on there. So it's just a really simple attachment to make. But of course I would just prefer to use a foregrip usually, because it makes it nice and stable. It also looks really good to have a foregrip on there. And it's not always that I like using iron sights, so we're going to slap on a holographic sight. Right there. And just in case you want to be really tactical, I made a PEQ box that someone suggested in MDN Discord, so you can also put that on top here and make it just go right between the iron sight here. So you have a laser and a flashlight on it, which is pretty cool, as you have a couple of screw details and the activation button for both of them. And this just makes it look like a really insanely cool tactical AR-15. So, this is pretty much the main reason why I made this gun, and I'm going to include all the attachments in the LDD file for this thing. So, as I said, 200 likes for the LDD file. I'm going to start demanding some more likes just so that it's more worth it to release the files. So, yeah, that is pretty much it. Let me know what you guys thought of this thing down below. And also make sure to request some more guns, because I do really need some more guns to build. So before you do request, go on my channel and look for the gun that you want requested, because it's possible that I've already made it. So yeah, that's pretty much it, and I'll see you guys. Goodbye.